back in court. We'll tell you her story and why she may be released.
And the Oklahoma Board of Education met last night, but they were missing a key figure. All of this and more is coming up. The Daily O starts now.
Good evening and welcome to the Thursday edition of the Daily O. I'm Addison McBride.
And I'm Reagan Lee. We're glad you're with us. A hearing was held yesterday for April Wilkins, who is looking to be let out of prison after nearly 30 years. Wilkins has been serving time for the 1998 murder of her ex-boyfriend, Terry Carlton. Wilkins says that the killing was self-defense. She claims Carlton was abusing her both physically and emotionally. She has been in prison since 1998 when she was convicted, but now she is hoping to get out here early thanks to the Oklahoma Survivors Act. The Survivors Act, signed into law in May of 2024, allows for reduced sentences to those who commit crimes due to abuse. However, the DA argues that the jury in the trial was presented with all the facts of the case, including Wilkins' drug use and erratic behavior. Wilkins was expected back in court today for a decision on that hearing.
The Oklahoma Board of Education met in a special session yesterday morning, but they were missing a key member. State Superintendent Ryan Walters was not present at the meeting. This comes as he canceled last week's regularly scheduled meeting. Yesterday's was the first since the nudity allegations shown in Walters' office during an executive session. It is unclear why Walters was not at the meeting, but he says he remains committed to doing what's best for students. The board, in the meantime, conducted the meeting and voted to hire a new secretary for the board.
On the topic of education, the Oklahoma State Department of Education announced a signing bonus program on Tuesday that will reward 151 special education teachers up to $20,000 this school year to fill a critical workforce shortage in public schools. Out-of-state teachers coming to Oklahoma were eligible for a $20,000 signing bonus this year and another $5,000 in the 2026 to 2027 school year, while newly certified special ed teachers qualified for a $10,000 signing bonus and a potential $2,500 retention bonus next year. The Education Department reported that the initiative attracted educators from at least 17 states, including Japan. This is the agency's third round of signing bonuses for the teacher recruitment under State Superintendent Ryan Walters, with 79 Oklahoma districts participating.
The Oklahoma Department of Transportation and the Oklahoma Turnpike Authority have launched a new statewide Never Skip the Click campaign aimed at raising awareness about the importance of wearing seatbelts. According to the National Highway Transportation Safety Administration data from 2023, Oklahoma ranks 44th in the nation for seatbelt use. ODOT data also shows that nearly half of all fatal crashes in the state involve someone who was not wearing a seatbelt. As part of the initiative, highway signs across Oklahoma will feature safety reminders every Wednesday throughout the month. Classroom kits and social media challenges are also being introduced to encourage conversations about seatbelt safety in schools and at home, not just on the road.
The Red Dirt music scene was rocked back to life this spring with the Boys from Oklahoma concert series at Boone Pickens Stadium. Now it's time for round two. The announcement of the return of the concert came last week and gave potential concert goers until yesterday at 5 to sign up for a pre-sale code. For those lucky enough to secure one, tickets will go on sale tomorrow at noon and remain on pre-sale until 10 p.m. on Monday. If there are any tickets left, the general sale will begin at 10 a.m. on Tuesday. If demand for tickets last year is any sign of what's to come, it's unlikely there will be any tickets left by Tuesday. Last year, over 270,000 people signed up to get tickets, with 90,000 not even making it through the queue. This year's concert will once again feature cross-Canadian ragweed, Turnpike Troubadours, and The Great Divide, but will also feature local up-and-comer Wyatt Flores along with Shane Smith and the Saints.
It was a cloudy and cool morning, but a sunny afternoon. Let's check in with Grayson Buchanan in the Weather Center to see what the rest of the evening looks like. Grayson?
Thank you, guys. And the thing is, it's just going to get cooler. So we actually have a temperature of 82 degrees right now, but we have a little bit of the heat index, which makes it 84. We have a 2-degree wind to the east and is going at 2 miles per hour. Just a little sneak peek into the forecast just for days ahead. Friday, a 12% chance of precipitation, Saturday with a 10%, and Sunday with another 10%. That's all it, guys. Let's go back to the desk.
Thanks, Grayson. When we return, we're looking at what the students in the Greenwood School of Music have been working on.
And when it comes to license plate sales, one Oklahoma school runs away with it. The Daily O returns right after this.
Got a computer issue? Meet AB Computers, Stillwater's trusted experts in computer repairs. We understand how important your devices are to you. That's why we offer fast turnaround times, so you're never disconnected for long.
Hello, my name is Roger Smith. I'm the owner of AB Computers here in Stillwater. I offer excellent services for repairs, upgrades, custom build of systems. I do Mac and PC repair. I've got best prices on pretty much everything you can look for.
We service all types of computers, from PCs and gaming rigs to tablets and everything in between. Whatever your tech needs, AB Computers is your one-stop solution. Whether it's a locked screen, a sluggish system, or any other tech trouble, AB Computers has you covered. Visit us at 211 North Perkins Road, Suite number 10, right next to Walmart. Our new location offers easy access and plenty of parking, making it more convenient than ever to get the expert help you need.
Ace in the Bowl salsa started many, many years ago. I was trying to find a recipe to take to a family gathering, and so I started messing around with different recipes, and I took a little bit from here and a little bit from there, and I came up with a salsa that is truly unique. Ace in the Bowl salsa is an olive oil-based salsa with tomatoes, green chilies, green onions, and black olives. There's no sugar added, it's gluten-free, low calorie, low carb, low fat, low sodium. So it's a very, very, very good alternative to any snack you may want. As of right now, I'm just looking to be in Oklahoma and having a successful business within the state. If my grandkids could ever take it over when they're old enough, that would be my dream.
At Oklahoma State, students and professors come together to create. In the Greenwood School of Music, they do it in a more performative way. The Daily O's Preston Hudlow went out yesterday to experience the sights and sounds of learning in the music department.
Jazz, a genre characterized through improvisation, syncopation, and a regular or forceful rhythm. At OSU, the Michael and Ann Greenwood School of Music hosts its weekly Jazz Forum, a free public club for students to enjoy hearing and playing music.
So here at Jazz Forum, student combos are performing for each other every Wednesday. So they get to hear each other a lot more, and they get to play with each other. Sometimes a student from one combo can't make it because they've got a class during this time. So it's just a lot of chance for us to hang out and play music with one another for the public and for each other.
Saxophonist Dominic Frazier describes the Jazz Forum as a perfect opportunity to watch the pros perform.
I thought it was amazing. It's always fun watching the faculty play because you're not only getting like a fresh example of people that have already been playing in the field for however many years, you know, but it's just nice. It's refreshing to hear some competent musicians playing some really good music.
Along with the Jazz Forum, the Jazz Studies program provides many avenues for students to develop and perform.
They can go to our jazz calendar on jazz.okstate.edu. You'll see all the concerts, student recitals, our big band concerts, any guest artist concerts that are coming. People flying in from out of the country or from outside of the state flying in to perform with our faculty or students. It's so much more fun to see live jazz than a recording, because you're in the room witnessing something spontaneous that will never happen the same way twice. So you're really part of it when you get to see a live jazz concert.
Reporting from the Greenwood School of Music, Preston Hudlow, The Daily O.
Oklahoma has more than 300 specialty license plates to choose from, and the most popular one may surprise you. This In God We Trust plate is the most popular with over 12,000 across the state. In second place is Oklahoma State's license plate with over 11,000 on the road. In third place is OU with about 8,700. The next college on the list, Kansas State, with 319 other plates. Sold includes the Don't Tread on Me plate, the Tulsa flag plate, and the Wildlife Conservation plate.
It was a beautiful afternoon here in Stillwater, but what should we expect heading into the weekend? Grayson Buchanan joins us in the Weather Center with the forecast. Grayson?
Thank you, guys. Just a look at the precipitation that is going to be going on from now up until tomorrow. There's little scattered showers here in Oklahoma, but going on to the next day, we can see as some of them kind of clear up and are a little north of us. And then as we keep going along until the end of the weekend, we can kind of see how they're coming back, a little chance for them to be going all the way through us. But some things to look out for. One, you need to look out for, again, thunderstorms across the area. There should be a cold front coming in tomorrow, along with wind tomorrow morning. Another thing is there might be a chance of hail, and that is all. Let's go back to the desk with Addison and Reagan.
Thanks, Grayson. When we return, a new poll shows how Americans are feeling about President Donald Trump's use of the National Guard.
And missing video from the night of Jeffrey Epstein's death has been released. The Daily O returns right after this.
We would design something, it was set on the counter, and people was either, if enough of them said, you know, this isn't it never made to the line. Dad was excited that they're all original. They were all designed on Mom's kitchen table, and it gets in your blood after a while.
We're very happy that Pamela and Michael have taken over the business and kept the family going.
We took the business over in 2017. When we found that it was available, we wanted to keep the legacy of family alive, but it was also incredible products that deserved to be a part of Made in Oklahoma's story. We were a part of Made in Oklahoma years ago, and so it kind of grew as Made in Oklahoma grew.
Oklahoma is ingrained into everything that we did. We've been here most of our life. That's what we entailed our whole business on, was the Oklahoma homegrown feeling.
Deep Fork Foods started in 2014. We started off with our nut products, and now we produce everything from jarred products to cookie mixes and pancake mixes and dried products for people, as well as our spice blends. Now we produce over 168 different products for ourselves and about 20 to 30 other companies in Oklahoma.
I'm Cindy Stewart. I'm one of the owners of Deep Fork Foods. We've gone from just making our own stuff and doing just small things to being able to co-pack and work with other companies and individuals within Oklahoma and across the United States as well.
I'm just really thankful for the journey that we've had so far, and really look forward to the future where we're taking Deep Fork Foods and being able to provide more value for Oklahoma and its economy, as well as all the people within the state.
I love the opportunities that being in a food business provides. I absolutely love sharing food and good stories with people, so this just gives us another connection. And I can't wait to see where this path takes us with it.
President Donald Trump has placed D.C. under the control of the National Guard. But as he looks to place more cities under their watch, public opinion is falling. A new poll by YouGov shows that 53% of people disagree with President Trump's decision to move forward with deploying the National Guard. Among that disapproval, President Trump has made it clear that he intends to move forward. While he is yet to say when, the cities of Chicago, Baltimore, and New Orleans all appear to be on his radar. Whether or not he will be affected by a federal court ruling stating if his use of the National Guard in Los Angeles was unconstitutional.
The missing minute in the Jeffrey Epstein jail footage is no longer missing. Following pressure from victims, Congress has released more files related to the Jeffrey Epstein case. One of those files is updated security footage in the jail where Epstein was being held. While it is not a direct shot of Epstein, the footage does cover the area leading to him and fills in the missing minute of footage from the original video. The new footage does disprove many theories surrounding someone sneaking in during that minute, but experts say there is ways around that camera.
President Trump's administration asked the Supreme Court late Wednesday to review a federal appeals court decision that found many of his tariffs are illegal. The U.S. Court of Appeals for the Federal Circuit said in a 7-4 decision last Friday that Trump did not have the authority to impose sweeping tariffs under a federal emergency powers law. Though the appeals court said its ruling will not take effect until at least October 14th to allow the Justice Department time to seek the Supreme Court's review, the administration wants the Supreme Court to decide whether the International Emergency Economic Powers Act authorizes the tariffs imposed by Trump, and if the law is unconstitutionally delegates legislative power to the president, it could be weeks before the High Court decides whether to weigh in on the legality of Mr. Trump's tariffs, and if he decides to do so, months before a decision is handed down.
A federal judge ordered the Trump administration to unfreeze nearly $2.2 billion in federal grants to Harvard. On April 11th, the Trump administration sent Harvard 10 demands to prevent the freezing of funds, which Harvard refused to comply. Despite this freeze being instituted due to alleged anti-Semitism on campus, U.S. District Judge Allison D. Burroughs said only one of their conditions were related to anti-Semitism, while the others were related to ideological concerns. Following the announcement of the funding freeze, Harvard sued the Trump administration. Now, Burroughs orders the grants to be unfrozen. The 84-page order conceded that Harvard has been plagued by anti-Semitism and should have done a better job of dealing with the issue. But it says that there is little connection between the research affected by the grant terminations and anti-Semitism.
With no big winners last night, the Powerball jackpot has now reached $1.7 billion. The jackpot is now the third largest lottery prize in the game's history. It could continue to grow before the next drawing on Saturday, September 6th. While the jackpot itself was not collected, many smaller prizes were won. This is now the 41st drawing in a row without a jackpot winner. While even more people are expected to play, the odds of winning the jackpot are still about 1 in 292 million. Reagan, how are you feeling about those odds?
With those odds, I'm feeling pretty good. But Cowgirl soccer, not so much. The team has had a rough start to the season. Mason Humphrey joins us in the Sports Corner with their next matchup.
Nailed it. Let's do it. Come on.
Different learning to do the repair work. That is one thing that will keep your business alive, because anybody can sell it, but not anybody can fix it. To me, jewelry is very, very personal. Every piece of jewelry has its own story, and I get to hear hundreds of stories from my clients, which I love to hear. There's always a story with it. I mean, you buy a piece of jewelry for a show of appreciation, a sign of love. There are a lot of different aspects for jewelry when you purchase it.
My wife lived east of here, about 35, 40 miles, something like that, over at Lamont. I was dating her from over at Alba when we were going to college. I knew about the well then. It was a great well. It was great water. I'd stop there, stick my head under it, wake up, drive on home, that kind of thing. And people talked about bottling this water. And so that's why I started thinking about doing that. And so in 2003, the property come up for sale. And so we started working on that, had the opportunity to buy it. The hopes are when folks drink our water is that they'll drink it for a few days and find out the difference. They'll start feeling better because there's been no chemical in our water. There's a list of good things that we have. We don't have any bad things in it. This company means a lot to me because I guess we started it from scratch. And to be able to have it where it's at today, I don't see this as the end at all. I see the future of Divine Water as being worldwide, which will bring outside dollars into the state. It means a lot to me because I started it, I guess, and our family started it.
Welcome back to the Daily O. Come on in, sit on down, because you are in the Sports Corner. I'm Mason Humphrey. Let's get right to it. It's game day for Cowgirl soccer over in Tulsa. Cowgirls taking on Oral Roberts tonight at the Case Soccer Complex. Oklahoma State looking to get things rolling after a slow 2-3-1 start to this new season. But snapping their 2-game losing skid won't be easy, as the Golden Eagles have won their last 4 matches without allowing a goal. Ex-Carrot Pineda looks to lead the Orange and Black to their first road win of the season. Kickoff is set for 7 p.m. And speaking of big matchups, Cowboy football has hit the road for their Week 2 battle against Oregon. Pokes broke their 9-game losing streak this last week against UT Martin, but the 6th-ranked Ducks are a whole other challenge. The Ducks are mighty, but for Gundy and the boys, no one is unbeatable.
You know, we go into the game just like we go into any other game. We prepare the same. You know, we go into every game thinking that we're going to win. So that's my goal. And I don't really pay too much attention to point spreads or anything like that. We work hard, so I know we got a chance.
Yeah, it's a big opportunity. We're talking about possibly a playoff contender, and we go in there and make a name for ourselves. Not saying we haven't made a name for ourselves yet, but just to prove our capability on a bigger stage and versus a capable playoffs team. So,
I'm just very excited. Everything's just to be played in between the white lines. There's really nothing else to say about it. You know, we wear orange, they wear green, so I'm not really gonna put any name to it. We'll watch the film, they'll watch the film, and we're just gonna play football. You know, we have athletes, they have athletes. We all get paid to play this game, so it just shouldn't be any difference in what's going on. You know what I mean?
While soccer and football are in full swing, Oklahoma State basketball is looking for future stars. Steve Lutz and the Cowboys are currently in Owasso, Oklahoma, visiting 4-star Jalen Montanati. The shooting forward is also on a visit with OU. But Lutz and company are pushing for this future star to play inside of Gallagher-Iba Arena. Then, for J.C. Hoyt and the Cowgirls, Jada Jackson is on an unofficial visit with OSU and OU. The Lubbock, Texas native is a junior and could be another piece in the successful Hoyt era. In national news tonight marks the start of the 2025 NFL season. And if you have a chance to catch some pro pokes in action all year long. 21 former Oklahoma State Cowboys are playing in between the lines at the highest level, from fighting on the practice squad to backups waiting for their shot to starters lacing up this weekend. The NFL is packed with Stillwater legends. Headlining the bunch is starting running backs Justice Hill, Chuba Hubbard, and Jalen Warren. He's a bad man. As well as standouts like Emmanuel Agba and Tylan Wallace. Well, that's all we have today from the Sports Corner, but don't go anywhere. A potential solution for a big-time geological issue, Addison and Reagan have it right after this.
I'm Travis Taylor. I'm the general manager for the Hotel Indigo Tulsa Downtown. I have a real good understanding of the food scene in Tulsa, and I've loved to see the way it's evolved over the years, and I'm glad to be part of it.
My name's Kevin Kyle. I'm the executive chef. I started here, the idea was to do something local. Everything that we try to do has Oklahoma products.
Tulsa is a big oil boom when we were the oil capital in the early 1900s. How Route 66 put Tulsa on the map. And the menu around that was, well, what would an oil worker take out in their lunchbox? That's how Prospect kind of came from.
We never get crazy busy, so we can do a lot of different things with food. And we can do things like wine dinners and have local dinners. We have a private dining room that people can come.
I think being at the heart of the old Route 66 has kind of weighed into us getting a lot of different things brought in from different areas of the United States. When I taste something on our menu for the first time, the first thing I go is, that's Tulsa.
My name's Kayla. I've been here since the beginning, so 4 years. Scratch is more focused on farm and mostly made in Oklahoma products, keeping it local. Sustainability is our biggest thing. That's one of the reasons why this place opened.
I've been the chef here at Scratch for 2.5 years. Started here as a line cook. Our food and drinks are a bit separate entities almost inside the restaurant. So the food is now up to 85% of the products we bring in are raised or grown locally. It's all based off of things that I grew up eating in southern Oklahoma, things my grandparents ate.
About fresh food, clean food, organic food, sustainability, that's all of our thing. From front of house to back of house, we're able to maintain both with freshness. But made in Oklahoma means we get it straight from the farms that are 20, 30 minutes, another little county away. We get it straight from them.
A renowned fashion icon is dead. Kennedy Coyle has the latest. Kennedy?
That's right, Reagan. Gio Armani, the founder of Armani Fashion, has died at the age of 91. Armani's family says that he passed away peacefully in his home, surrounded by friends, family, and loved ones. The Italian designer is best known for launching Italy to the forefront of the fashion world. Founded in 1975, Armani grew his company to a global fashion empire. Forbes estimated his net worth to be around $12 billion and placed him 235 in its list of billionaires. Tributes have poured in from across the world for Armani. One of the most notable comes from fellow Italian designer Donatella Versace, who simply says, "The world lost a giant today." That's all for me. Back to you guys.
With constant rising temperatures across the Southwest, arid dry climates, and rapid erosion, scientists are scrambling to find a solution. One scientist may have found an answer, and it's simpler than you may think. Laura Norman is a 20-year veteran of the Southwest, having worked in the region for the U.S. Geological Survey. In that time, Norman has developed a system she refers to as NIDS, or Natural Infrastructure in Dry Land Streams. The process involves taking rocks, stones, or logs and placing them in a stream to slow the flow. That allows water to seep into the ground and replenish aquifers. Additional water creates for a suitable environment for plants, in which return traps more water and reduces air temperatures. Norman has seen success with this plan and is in the process of enacting it on a larger scale.
Get your conservation caps on, it's National Wildlife Day. National Wildlife Day is a day to focus on the preservation and conservation of endangered species across the globe. To observe National Wildlife Day, go out and experience nature. If you live near a park or forest, go for a wildlife walk. If you're close enough to a national park or wildlife refuge, go talk to the rangers there and see how they conserve animals in your area. Or just go online and do your own research. No matter how you celebrate, be sure to take the time to appreciate all of the wonderful wildlife in our world. Addison, are you putting your conservation cap on today?
Today and every day, Reagan. Well, before we go, let's go back to the Weather Center where Grayson Buchanan has our 7-day forecast. Grayson?
Thanks, guys. As we said earlier, we are going to have a cold front, so you can see as the week continues and we get into the weekend, we are going to reach the 50s and 70s. But as next week continues to grow and we continue to get towards the end of next week, we're going to see the temperatures rise as they get up into the high 80s and the lows only being in the 60s. That's all from weather. Let's go back to the desk with Addison and Reagan.
Thanks, Grayson. That's a look at today's headlines. Thanks for joining us.
Make sure to check out the Daily O tomorrow and for the rest of the week for the latest happening here in Stillwater and across the state. For the Daily O, I'm Reagan Lee.
And I'm Addison McBride. Have a great night, everyone.
I'm Travis Taylor. I'm the general manager for the Hotel Indigo Tulsa Downtown. I have a real good understanding of the food scene in Tulsa, and I've loved to see the way it's evolved over the years, and I'm glad to be part of it.
My name's Kevin Kyle. I'm the executive chef. I started here, the idea was to do something local. Everything that we try to do has Oklahoma products.
Tulsa is a big oil boom when we were the oil capital in the early 1900s. How Route 66 put Tulsa on the map. And the menu around that was, well, what would an oil worker take out in their lunchbox? That's how Prospect kind of came from.
We never get crazy busy, so we can do a lot of different things with food. And we can do things like wine dinners and have local dinners. We have a private dining room that people can come.
I think being at the heart of the old Route 66 has kind of weighed into us getting a lot of different things brought in from different areas of the United States. When I taste something on our menu for the first time, the first thing I go is, that's Tulsa.
My name's Kayla. I've been here since the beginning, so 4 years. Scratch is more focused on farm and mostly made in Oklahoma products, keeping it local. Sustainability is our biggest thing. That's one of the reasons why this place opened.
I've been the chef here at Scratch for 2.5 years. Started here as a line cook. Our food and drinks are a bit separate entities almost inside the restaurant. So the food is now up to 85% of the products we bring in are raised or grown locally. It's all based off of things that I grew up eating in southern Oklahoma, things my grandparents ate,
Fresh food, clean food, organic food, sustainability, that's all of our thing. From front of house to back of house, we're able to maintain both with freshness. But made in Oklahoma means we get it straight from the farms that are 20, 30 minutes, another little county away. We get it straight from them.